Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. It's Sunday, June 18th, and after spending about 5 days away from the garden, got several things ready to be harvested, mostly tomatoes. We got some few peppers, but time for us to walk around and do a pretty decent tomato harvest. So camera turn around and we'll get started, and should have a basket full of tomatoes when we're done. Okay, so let's just start off right here at the raised beds, and here in this first one, there ain't none ready to be picked, but as you can see, we do finally have some beans starting to grow. Won't be long before we'll be getting some of those, but we do have some tomatoes. I think this one right here is probably going to be Rosella Crimson, judging by the color. All right, so not a terrible tomato there. One more there, looks like we got. And don't see any more ready. I think this one right here, a little bit of a bigger one, is maybe gonna start turning soon. And I'm anxious to see what these end up looking like when they ripen, because they're supposed to have a splash pattern. Then let's move on to the next bed. So over here, a lot more in this one. So this right here is going to be the Uluru ochre, and then I'm sure it's going to get a. Oop, I done tore that off. That's all right. There won't any more going to form there. And I mean, it's a little blemished right there, but it's not no hole or nothing. It's fine. And I'm sure that's probably going to turn a little more yellow as it continues to ripen. But we want to get it before the bugs do, so I went ahead and got that one. And I'm going to say this is another Rosella Crimson here. And then there's one more in there, looks like. I'm going to go ahead and get, since it's starting to change colors for me. Blush, as they say. And here on the end, I think it's going to be Rosella Purple. And this first one is not quite ready, but we're going to go ahead and get it. Oh, I messed up. Well, I should have cut them instead of pulling on it. Those ain't started blushing, so we might end up losing those. But it is what it is. Just one more. Hopefully I can get that one out of there without tearing. Got it. It's right. Yeah, I thought that was a bad spot, but it's actually not. Looks good. So other than my mess up taking those two green ones off too soon, we got us a few tomatoes there. That was decent. Now let's work on these cherry tomatoes. These are the micro dwarf cherry tomatoes. So we still ain't got none of those geranium kiss ripe, but there's a bunch of them on there. So just by the color, I'm gonna say these are the Red Robin. I think they might be the Rosy Finch, to tell you the truth. Just do have a little bit of a rosy look to them. These are certainly the Yellow Canaries. And they're still rough. That plant's looking a little roughy and had some insect, some kind of mite, spider mites or something was on it. I'm not sure what they were. They seem to have moved on, I believe. I did put a little neem oil on it. Maybe that worked. But We see some good green new growth on there, but there's still some tomatoes on both of these, even though I just took several off. This one I think is going to end up being the Red Robin. You see there's a bug damage on that one right there. So I'm going to throw that to the side for the chickens. I think I saw another one in there that had a little bug damage as well. Um, plant more, keep messing with it too much, but trying to get this one plant back behind that string. I really need to work on putting some more strings up there, but let's go back to getting some of these tomatoes. I'm gonna go ahead and get any of them that are blushing or already fully ripe. One's really ripe there. It's ready to be eaten for sure. Everyone's got something been eaten on it. Left them too long. There's another one that had something eaten on it. It's been a worm, a bird, we don't know. Hadn't seen any hornworms, knock on wood, so far. One thing I've seen is those some aphids, and I don't know, there's some kind of spider mites or something I was seeing. They're little tiny. I think most of the leaf damage is from lack of water and those aphids and spider mite things that were on them. Here's some more. I'm gonna say these are probably your rosy finch, just by that rosy color there. And those are still all have more tomatoes, even though I've taken several now. So far, we had 3 in there. We lost 2 bug damage. Now out here in the main tomato patch, we got lots of tomatoes on this front row. Ready, but if you look down in there, you see plenty of tomatoes, and there's just tons and tons of them in there. Down there at the other end, there's a couple of nice hops tomatoes. But we do got some cherry tomatoes right here, and so things are packed in so tight. It's hard for me to even see what's ripe, especially down here at the bottom. And yeah, I probably should have got everything more room, but it just ain't the way I do it. Try to pack in as much as I can, and hopefully things work out. And I mean, we're gonna get a good harvest. It might be hard to get some of it, but everything's gonna end up decent. I might have to put you down to get some of these back here, but we'll see. I'm actually having to crawl up in here. Having tomatoes to get. That's the main thing. Might as well go ahead and get that one. Dropped them all, but got them back. Okay, the camera stopped recording on us there for some reason, some interruption. But anyway, hit something when I was crawling in there. That's okay. We're back with you. See, another one right there is just barely starting to change. I'll go ahead and take. Oop. Yeah. Problem with doing that is you'll end up knocking off a few green ones, but that's all right. Keep on looking. I think I saw the front row looking nice and healthy. Lots of tomatoes, nothing ripe yet. All different varieties. I think what we're getting right now were the Super Sweet 100s. Maybe a couple of Sun Goldens were there. Here we got all our Romas. Ain't nothing ripe, but you can see some nice ones in there. So far, everything's been looking good. Okay, looks like here's some more of them Rosella Crimson. This one might have a little bug damage on it. Yep, was just barely starting to get in there. It might still be inside. We have to probably give that one to the chickens. Not really. We could just cut around it and it'd be fine. That wouldn't bother me none to eat it. That one is looking good. Don't think I see any more ripe along here. I did see a couple cherry tomatoes back in here. I think they're ready for me to try and get. Oh yeah. Those are those mountain vineyards. So they're like a grape tomato. We got a couple more we can get right there, at least one more. Probably see that good. Not too shabby. A couple of bug casualties. One bigger one, I think I could cut the bug away. That's all the ripe tomatoes out here. We got some up in the front garden, which is really just a flower bed, but you see right here some nice halcinated tomatoes. Decent size. It might barely be starting to blush, so we'll be getting some of them soon. Got a few this time from here. Now let's go over here and grab these two Time Bomb cherry peppers. Actually tried one the other day and they're not really that hot. They're sweet and just a little with a little bit of heat. So, microphone's over there rubbing on the fence. That might have been making a lot of racket. I don't know. Guess we'll find out in the editing process. So anyway, give me a minute to walk around front and look up there, but we sure do got some nice peppers I see starting here. I could probably take that one now and eat it, but I think there's a couple up front on some plants that need to grow better, and they probably do for me taking them peppers off of them. But let's just walk up here and get some. I lost my clippers. Go back and get them. So there's the lady. Say, hey, ladies. It's all 6 of them still going strong. Yeah, I know. I gotta get the pen going. Keep saying it. I'll get it done. Anyway, let's get up here. A little bit, the dog, little Chihuahua. She's doing a little bit. Loquats still kicking. The moringa still going. I'm gonna go ahead and get this cow horn pepper. Probably not that great. It's kind of shriveled. Things got a little dry around here while I was gone, especially up here because nobody was watering this stuff up front. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take that one off. No, it's not probably quite where it needs to be. It's just about there. I can eat it. There's a couple tooth marks on it. That's probably from a squirrel. And they didn't like that heat when they got it. That's my guess. Let's go over here and get these other rosy finch and red robins from the flower bed. There's a couple nice ones in here. There's one already on the ground. Some false fell off. This last one's got some good rosy finch on it. And still no geranium kiss ripened. Walk around here, check on some of the trees, see how they're looking. Pomegranates growing strong. They're not going to blossom though. I just planted these blueberries and I think they're liking where they are now much better than being in little tiny pots. Even though the birds and other creatures have gotten all the blueberries. Maybe next year we'll get some. Hopefully they'll be a lot bigger and healthier. And maybe we'll put something around them to keep the creatures from getting to them. And then, yes, last but not least, we might as well get all these. I got to get rid of these plants. They're never going to make it to the garden. Might as well get all these ripe tomatoes off of them, which is a decent amount. We end up with, let's stick them all in the middle. See how many there are when I'm done. That's barely starting to blush. I went ahead and took it anyway. So is that one. Barely starting to blush. I'm going to go ahead and take it. Let's go ahead and take these peppers out that I got from over there. Put them right here. So everything in the middle is going to be what we harvested from these extra plants that aren't never going to make it to the garden. Really just an example of if you want to grow some tomatoes, you can, even if you don't have a lot of space. And yeah, you might only get smaller tomatoes, but you'll still have some good homegrown tomatoes to eat, and I bet you they'll still be tastier than what you got at the grocery store. Yeah. Here, see, these should be a lot bigger. That's a Cherokee purple right there, I believe. Let's see. No, that's Rosella purple. So anyway, and there's even a cowhorn pepper. I believe. Let's look and see what that was. Yep. And I believe this is going to be a jalapeno. It is. It should be a little bit bigger, but believe me, that's hot. These, even though they ain't shaped the way you'd think they'd be, these are some of those time bomb peppers. So all of that in the little center compartment came off these plants that are really bound for the compost. Looking at that little bit's a nice haul. But the whole basket together, yeah, that's pretty decent. And even I was looking here. So these are volunteer red robins. Are looking super healthy. I think I'm just gonna leave them there and let them do their thing. But that was our Father's Day harvest. Thank y'all for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. And as always, enjoy your day.